Punctuation is not really that important, right? Wrong. It's very important, and a tiny misplaced comma or question mark can cost millions of dollars or even cause you a little embarrassment. Well, we'll get to this a little later in this presentation. Anyway, I am sure you would already have guessed what I'm going to be talking about today. Punctuation. A punctuation mark is a sign used to divide text into phrases and sentences. Some common punctuation marks are the period or the full stop, the comma, and the exclamation mark. One other very common punctuation mark is the hashtag, which is always used on Instagram for posts like, hashtag Throwback Thursday or hashtag OOTD, which simply stands for Outfit of the Day. When we speak, we can pause or emphasize certain words and phrases to help people understand what we are saying. In our writing, we use punctuation to show pauses and emphasis. Punctuation marks help the reader understand what we mean. For instance, to end a sentence, you could use the full stop or the question mark. And to separate phrases or items, the comma is always used. Fun fact, for most of us here, we call this symbol the @ symbol or the @ mark. But did you know that in the Netherlands, they call it a monkey's tail? In Israel, this is called the strudel. In Russia, it's called the little dog. And in Italy, it's the small snail. But English speakers are not the only ones who don't have a cool animal-related name for this symbol. In Bosnia, this symbol is aptly called the crazy A. Bosnia for the win. Punctuation errors can also break someone's heart. Not convinced? Take a look at some of these great examples of punctuation mistakes. If you didn't previously recognize the importance of punctuation, you definitely will after seeing all of these. Dear John punctuation. The Dear John punctuation example is a very commonly used story about a man who received a beautiful letter from his loved one. In the letter his girlfriend spelled out, it is obvious that she loved John, and it was very clear to anyone reading her words that she couldn't live without him. Or could she? Well, here's the letter. Dear John, I want a man who knows what love is all about. You are generous, kind, thoughtful. People who are not like you admit to being useless and inferior. You have ruined me for other men. I yearn for you. I have no feelings whatsoever when we are apart. I can be forever happy. Will you let me be yours? Jane. But what happens to the letter if there were some punctuation mistakes and it was punctuated in an entirely different fashion? Dear John, I want a man who knows what love is. All about you are generous, kind, thoughtful people who are not like you. Admit to being useless and inferior. You have ruined me. For other men, I yearn. For you, I have no feelings whatsoever. When we are apart, I can be forever happy. Will you let me be? Yours, Jane. Which letter do you think John would prefer to receive? Well, I know which one's my choice. Now, remember what I told you at the beginning of this presentation? That punctuation errors can cause you embarrassment? Here's what I mean, but before that, this image I'm about to show you contains very strong language. Well, I was talking to my friends on WhatsApp one day, and like many other troubled students, I was expressing grief to them. Accidentally, I had typed this. Well, obviously, that wasn't what I meant at all. I had really meant for them to help suggest a few ideas, really. And really, there was supposed to be a comma after the words, help me. But, oh well, you get my point. Punctuation is salient so as not to embarrass yourself, such as this. What else can I say? #fail. Well, thank God, I'm not the only one though. Check out these examples of other utter failure. So, please remember your punctuation. Otherwise, you are going to either sound like you don't take breaths or you just simply don't know your punctuation. In any case, just remember not to embarrass yourself like I did and have a good day.